If you are looking for a Pro Built PC under $1,000, I will show you 4 different PCs from $480 all the way up to $970. So if your budget is between those ranges, I highly recommend you sticking until the end of the video, because I will also explain what these PCs are capable of running in case you're new to gaming PCs. That being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the cheapest one on the list in the Victus 15L with the i5-12400 and the Intel Arc A380. This is a really budget gaming PC and it can run really decent at 1080p, 60 plus FPS on average for most titles. However, don't expect to run the latest AAA titles, ultra settings, 60 plus FPS, or really high demanding video games such as Flight Simulator. But if you want a functional PC that's going to give you enough 1080p performance for the price, for less than $500, honestly, this is a great deal. However, I highly recommend you clicking on customize and buy, going with at least 500 gigs of SSD for the storage and 16 gigs of RAM. This will give you a better multitasking and gaming performance. And if the PC ends up being above $500, you can use a coupon code that I will leave in the video description alongside every single PC for a 5% off. So the total price at the end will be lower. With the next one, we have the Skytech Nebula from Amazon. This one is $800, and you might be wondering, what if you have $700 to spend or $650? In that case, I recommend you once again clicking on customize and buy from the last one and maxing out your budget. But if you have $800, I recommend you this one from Amazon. You get the RTX 3050, which is much better than the Intel Arc A380. You also get 8 gigs of VRAM on this graphics card, which is nice for 1080p gaming. Then you get the i3-12100F, which is a really capable CPU for gaming, 500 gigs of NVMe SSD and 16 gigs of RAM. So overall, you're getting a great 1080p computer and you will be achieving higher FPS than the last one. If we are talking about esports titles, with this one you can achieve 200 plus FPS on average in games like Valorant, Fortnite and CSGO. And for more high demanding titles like Red Dead Redemption, you can achieve 60 plus FPS on average on high settings at 1080p resolution. So really not bad for $800. With the next one, we have another Nebula, but this time is from the Skytech website, and I recommend you buying this one more than the last one for 2 reasons. The first reason is just simply better, and it will give you better performance because you get the RTX 3060. Yes, you get the Ryzen 5 3600, which is not the best CPU out there anymore, but it's going to get the job done. You don't need more than this actually for the RTX 3060. You get 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of SSD, so overall better performance than the RTX 3050. On top of that, you're buying directly from the manufacturer, so if you have any issues with the system, you're gonna speak with the company that assembled that PC, which is always better. Yes, the total price is $50 more expensive at $850, but you're getting around a 30% gaming performance increase over the last system. For 50 extra bucks, 30% more performance, I think it's a no-brainer. Also, on the Skytech website, you can see the estimated FPS on average on high settings for both 1080p and 1440p in some titles. This system, by the way, is capable of 1440p in some titles, so if you play easy to run games like Valorant, for example, you are going to get more than 240 FPS at 1440p, which is really nice at this price point. And with the first one, we have one that I keep recommending. Honestly, I haven't seen a better deal than this for under $1,000. We have the Victus 15L once again, but this time is the upgraded version. And you get the RX 6600 XT, which is the best graphics card of this video, alongside a Ryzen 7 5700G, which is better than the Ryzen 5 3600 from the last Skytech Nebula. You also get 16 gigs of RAM, 500 gigs of SSD, but you also get an additional 1TB of hard drive, so you get more storage overall. This is better for 1440p, so if you're thinking of having a starter PC at 1440p, this one will achieve higher FPS than the Skytech Nebula, and it's going to do the same at 1080p as well. So if you're thinking 1080p high FPS and maybe switching to 1440p down the line, this one is definitely the right choice for you. Now, the total price is $980, but you will have the coupon code in the video description, so at the end you will end up paying around $930 for around a 15% gaming performance increase and also more storage. In my opinion, it's worth the upgrade over the last Nebula, but once again, it depends on your needs and your budget. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will try to reply as fast as possible. And if you're willing to build a PC by yourself and you want the best performance for the price, I highly recommend you watching my latest video about the top 3 gaming PC builds for different budgets in the top right of the screen. You will have a PC build for every single budget. You can actually get an $800 PC build that will be amazing for 1440p gaming. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.